the home for all your Yankees news, updates, live streams, and play-by-plays. This is Max Coverage TV, and this show starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here on Max Coverage TV, the place to be for all your sports wants, news, and needs, and most importantly, pre-game coverage of your New York Yankees. How you doing? How you looking? How you living? How you feeling out there on YouTube? We're also on Twitch. I don't know why, but Kick is not working right now. But good morning to everyone. Before I start anything, before I start the stream, before I start talking about anything else, I want to say my thoughts and prayers are out there to Thailand, man. They've had a really bad earthquake. I think a 7.7 on the magnitude scale, man. So I know I have a couple of followers, subscribers that are over there in Thailand. So if you see George today, please reach out and ask him how he's doing. Thoughts and prayers to everyone over there. So how are y'all feeling, guys? Good morning. Good morning. It's still weird to be streaming in the morning time. I'm not used to it, but I love it. You know, you get your day going. We got Yankee baseball back in 2 hours. Yesterday was boring. I was sitting there like, man, we got a taste of it on Thursday? And then boom, a day off. But we're back today. And we have some news to talk about. I know everyone needs to be talking about the lineup. And I'm gonna be bringing up the lineup first. That's what the first thing I'm gonna do is do that. But let's get the pre-live crew name before we do anything else. Virgil's in the building. Dylan, Cadzilla, Ken, World Tour, Scott, Rick is in the house. Daniel, we got Esther. Good morning to you. Action VJ, William in the building. The Strike Zone saying, yo! And check out my boy, The Strike Zone is going to be going live in a little bit here as well, doing some pregame. John in the building. Jake, those are your, I'm going to say Mark too. Those are your elite members of the pre-live crew. If you're not a part of the pre-live crew, you got to get here just a little bit sooner. But I appreciate you all walking the house so you all help me build. Do me a favor, smash that doorbell, aka the like button. Thank you so much, everybody. How we feeling, man? Jake's already going out saying, I'm not a fan of the lineup today. Oh, I know it's going to be the hot topic. I know a lot of you are going to have some words with this lineup. So let me just, let me make a poll here. Let's start with a poll. I'm going to bring up the lineup here and I'm going to ask you guys, are you a fan? Let me see. Because I'm eager to hear your opinions on this, guys. Because I know it's a little funky, right? But here it is. Good to see you, Action VJ. And Nate's in the house. The speed isn't the key to lead off. Yeah, we'll talk about it. So we already had a feeling that Paul Goldschmidt will be leading off against lefties, and that's, you know, of course, we're going to see Nestor Cortez taking the bump as a opposition this time, going against Max Fried. Goldschmidt will be leading off, playing first base. They moved Bellinger to the 2-hole and Judge to the 3-hole. Like I said, man, I don't mind it at all. I like Judge batting third, but I get him batting second as well. But they're testing it out. I'm sure they're just testing things out with Bellinger batting in the 2-hole, Judge in the 3-hole now. Jazz will be cleaning up. That was a little bit funky for me, but we'll see how he does. Jazz cleaning up, playing second base, of course. Volpe is in the 5-hole today. I don't know if I should have Volpe ahead of Wells in this lineup, but they moved Wells to the 6-hole, and then Pablo Reyes is playing third base. So it's not Cabrera, it's not Peraza, it's Pablo Reyes. Yeah, Marvin's saying he's kind of liking it. And then we have Jason Dominguez in the 7-hole DHing because they're putting Trent Grisham in center field today in the 8-hole. Or I'm sorry, in the 9-hole. I'm going off now. But Dominguez is batting 8th. I'm sorry, Trent Grisham's batting 9th. I don't know if I would put Pablo Reyes ahead of Dominguez as well. It's a little funky. But they're testing things out. This is still a very young season. We're game 2 out of 162. So the Yankees are probably just toying with what they would do against a lefty. Oh, Williams says he takes it. Okay, so there's some people that say they don't mind. Right now, we have more yeses than nos in the poll right now, so that's kind of shocking to me. But hey, it's a funky lineup, no doubt about it. It's going to be interesting to see Pablo Reyes. We all know he had a fantastic spring, so they gave him the nod over Peraza. Cabrera, the one thing about Cabrera is he can't hit on the right side of the plate. So that is why they moved him out of the lineup, in my opinion. Yeah, like Action VJ said, it's game 2, be open-minded. Yeah. Don't sit here and bash Boone. Oh, you got to be kidding me, man. This lineup stinks. There's just a few things that I would probably move. Like I said, I would probably put Wells ahead of Volpe. I know what they're doing. They just want to split up the lefty bats. That's why Volpe's there. I understand it. That's the analytics of the game. So you have a righty, lefty, righty. So they're going balance is what they're doing here. But definitely a very funky lineup. Pablo Reyes hit better against lefties than Dominguez, so it's just a comfortability. Same thing with Jazz and Wells. Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I'm not going to sit here and bash the lineup. I don't mind it. And like I thought this was going to happen with Dominguez. Now that Stanton is dealing with those two tennis elbows, the DH spot is going to be open pretty much. Ben Rice is going to, sit against a lefty. We all thought that. I mean, some people are on Twitter and stuff. It's like, why is Ben Rice not in the lineup? That's what they were planning on doing, was platooning the DH spot with Rice. Rice will be in the lineup DHing against righties. We're going against a lefty today. So that makes the defense a little bit better in the outfield with Trent Grisham playing center, and then you move Bellinger to left, and then you give Jason Dominguez the DH spot. I know there's going to be some fans that's going to sit here and say, like, hey, why are you taking away reps in outfield for Jason Dominguez? But like I said, guys, it's game 2. It's game 2. So Jason Dominguez did pretty good in game 1. No flaws at all. I mean, there wasn't really much action to left field, but still, Jason Dominguez didn't look that out there. But this will boost up our defense, no doubt about it. The defense today looks pretty solid. You got to think about our outfield. Bellinger, Grisham, Judge. That is an elite defensive outfield out there. And then Reyes on third is a little, okay, we'll see how he does, right? But Volpe short, Jazz on second base looked absolutely fantastic in game 1, by the way. I mean, the plays that Jazz was making defensively in game 1, you kind of sit there and ask yourself, would Glaber do that? I don't think so. Not at all. So he looked great playing second base game 1, and then you got Paul Goldschmidt, of course, first base, and then Wells catching. This defense today is going to be solid. And that's what we need with a lefty on the hill, Max Fried. So right now the poll is looking like a lot of the fans are saying they like this lineup. So we got 23 votes so far. So make sure you keep voting. I want to see the final vote here. But 70% of y'all are saying they like it. So that's pretty interesting. I suggested Bellinger and left in spring. Guess Boone heard me. Hey, maybe he has a wiretap on you, Marvin. William says that right there without Holmes is making it easier to say goodbye to Queen Soto. Yeah, Soto went yard last night, by the way. His first home run with the Mets. New York Yankees has to find a way to hit against lefties. This is the first experiment. Exactly, man. And like Action VJ just pointed out, last year against lefties, this team was abysmal. So you put I know Paul Goldschmidt at leadoff is a little weird. We saw it, I think, once in spring. But that was their plan, to test him out as a leadoff against lefties. So let's see how he does, because he hit against lefties really well last year. I think he hit around 295, if I'm not mistaken. I'll bring it up. I'll fact check myself. But Rick says Dominguez was 0 for 4 opening day. I was talking about defensively, Rick. Like defensively in left field, he didn't look like, terrible. Which, like I said, he didn't have a lot of action over there, but still. Lou is in the house. Forget Soto. Did you see Betts in the Dodgers? I did see Betts in the Dodgers, Lou. I did. It seems like that team just can't lose a game. I know they will lose a game. It's inevitable, but yeah, I saw the game. Adonis, what's going on? Says I'm cool with that lineup. Okay, so we got a lot of people that's pretty cool with it. Let's bring up our good old friend here. Let's bring up Nasty. Oh, I don't even know if we should call him Nasty Nestor anymore. But Nestor Cortez is going to be taking the hill. If you guys can't see this, I'll bring it up and make it more full on the screen. So just let me know. But last year, this team has the scouting report on Nestor Cortez already. I think this is going to be in line for a rough outing for Cortez. I'm sorry. Jason Dominguez has a slight oblique strain. I haven't seen anything like that, and he's in the lineup today, John, so I doubt that's true. But looking forward to seeing Max Fried on the mound. Me too, Jake. Me too, man. Cortez last year, 3.77 ERA. We all know Cortez is not really a strikeout guy. He is on average 22.5 strikeout percentage last season. Doesn't walk a lot of batters, but the ground ball percentage, especially can't talk this morning, in Yankee Stadium, 31.9% ground ball. That is not good. As we all know, let me go down and look at his splits and show you guys what he did in Yankee Stadium last year. At home, this is because he was with the Yankees, a 3.11 ERA at home, 83 strikeouts, a 1.00 whip. So he did pitch pretty decent in Yankee Stadium compared to away. Day games, he had a 5.14 ERA. So maybe he likes the bright lights a little bit better, right, with the splits. But you know how the animal of the Yankee Stadium is, man, is that the ground balls, right? And that's another reason why I think the Yankees wanted to go better defensively today for Max Fried's sake. Ken said Cortez is going to throw a lot of fastballs and cutters. Yes, he will. We all have the scouting report for, I mean, not we, but like the clubhouse for the Yankees, I'm sure has the scouting report dialed in for Cortez. Boone missed a perfect chance to put Fried, Rice, and yeah, he did. I'm sure, I mean, he'll have plenty of chances, Marvin. What up, Jack? Good to see you, man. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone. Hit that like button. Thank you so much, guys. This is the second pregame coverage, so thank you guys for joining me. Imario's in the chat. Looking forward to seeing Fried on the mound. Me too, man. I mean, I can't wait to see Max Fried pitch like a full game because this guy is a flat-out beast. A flat-out beast. I mean, we all know about his breaking ball. That curveball is just flat-out disgusting. And let's take a look at Max Fried. His stats compared to Cortez's from last year. Look at that. The ground ball percentage at 59.2%. So you want to have a nice defense behind him. And that's what the Yankees, I think, personally, they put together with this lineup today. So Max Fried making his Yankee Bronx debut, his Yankee regular season debut. I have faith in this guy. I do. He's not going to strike out a ton of batters. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. He throws that fastball, cutter, slider, changeups, just sinker. I mean, look at the arsenal right there. Just look at his arsenal. That is disgusting. This dude mixes everything up, right? Insane how good this guy is. Ani, how you doing? Yeah, look at all that red. Marvin, that's what I'm saying. Here, I'll bring it up here so you guys can read it a little bit better. Guys don't hit his stuff. The average exit velocity is 86.3 miles per hour, which is the 95 percentile in the league last season. The ground ball percentage is 96 percentile in the league last season. Basically, look at that. Average exit velocity, barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, and ground ball percentage. These guys aren't hitting him hard. But doesn't strike out a ton. He's on league average there. He league average with walks too. But his game is getting these guys to hit it weekly, and defense, got to play good defense behind them. Dylan says, do you like this lineup? Why is Ben Rice not in there? We're going against a lefty, and that's what the Yankees already kind of alluded to, that Ben Rice would be sitting against lefties. So they're platooning Ben Rice at DH, essentially. Against righties, he'll be in there. Against lefties, they're going to be swapping guys in and out. Scott saying, I cannot accept Goldie leading off. I know it's a little funky, you know what I'm saying, and things can change. This is the time to kind of make experimental decisions, right? It's game 2 out of 162. So this is the time. If it doesn't work, then they have time to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Ani says, I'm good, bro. Ready for baseball. Let's go, man. I understand you, Scott. I understand it. Like, it's not the sexiest guy leading off. I understand it. Right? He doesn't have the wheels. He doesn't have, but he doesn't strike out that often. He just gets on base. And that's what we want. We want the leadoff guy to get on base, set the table for, Bellinger and Judge behind him. If you know with that. Oh, look at that. Is that, what kind of card? Is that, CJ Stroud right there? Let the Rice loose. Yeah. Well, we might see Rice. I mean, we can definitely see Rice maybe get a pinch hit today. We'll see if he's a late DH swap. I wouldn't. I mean, if they bring in a righty, I would assume they're going to do that. If Goldie has a good on-base percentage leading off, I'm okay with it. Belly and Judge behind him. Let me check right quick. Let me see Paul Goldschmidt last year leading off. And we'll take a look together. That's what we do here. That's what we do. We zen together. We break it down together. So, like I said, this is... Here, let me go from last year. Against lefties, Goldschmidt hit .295 with a .366 on-base percentage and a .473 slug with an .839 OPS. Okay? It's a small sample size compared to the righties because 161 plate appearances to 487. But batting... Oh, he didn't lead off last year. So Goldschmidt did not lead off last year. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. But we'll see how he does. If he stinks, then the Yankees can make a change. What up, Jeremy? You're good to see you, bro. How you doing? What is this lineup? Says Graham. I know a lot of people don't like it, man. Right now, the poll is saying you guys like it more than you guys hate it. But I know there is some fans out there that's kind of scratching their heads. And that's understandable, right? You go from the lineup for opening day, which looked solid, and then you go to this. So I understand. Yeah, Goldschmidt 26.5 strikeout percentage. So maybe I am wrong about the strikeouts there. So I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. Cortez is going to try to disrupt the hitter's timing. Expect some quick pitches and pauses in his delivery. We will see Nestor up to all of his bag of tricks. Will be a fun outing. It's going to be fun, no doubt. And even though, I'm not rooting for him today. Nestor Cortez, I hope you get destroyed, but I still am rooting for Cortez. Like, even though he's not with us anymore. Just not today. They are aware it isn't still spring training. Graham, we'll see. The Yankees have done this before. They rolled out a weird, funky lineup, and then it worked, right? I remember last year, Trent Grisham was batting fifth or something like that. And me and Ace were talking about it on the stream. And Grisham hit a freaking 2-run home run. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to let it play out. What's up, Nick? People complaining about the lineup gets so old. Nick, it's going to be a long season. You already know how the Yankee fans are. Some Yankee fans, I can't say all of them. But there's always something that someone's complaining about with this team. So buckle up, Nick, because this is not going to be the first time that people are going to be complaining about the lineup whatsoever. What up, John? Good to see you, man. 26% strikeout rate is high for a leadoff hitter. Yeah, that's last year's stats, though. Let's see what he does, It's the first game. First game with him leading off. Let's see how he does. Game 1 lineup worked fine. Why mess with it? Because we're going against a lefty now. And that's, you know how it is, Cadzilla, with the analytics, right? You can't roll out the same exact lineup against lefties versus righties. They go more balanced against lefties. They go righty, like right here. You see righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, left. Like they're going down the lineup right now and balancing it out. What up, Egyptian? Look at that kitty cat. Cortez seems like a cool dude. He does. He does, man. And he already said that he misses being a Yankee. Like, he wanted to be here. But it was time. It was time. Scott says, Max, I think Trent has looked good at the plate. He may surprise. He's looked fantastic at the plate. Spring training, it's spring training. I understand that. But that's what you're, going off of entering this regular season is spring training. And he looked great. He looked great. And you already know the glove is there. The glove is fantastic for Trent Grisham. So, like I said, this outfield, this defense in general is going to be awesome today. If it's not, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. Wasn't Goldie also 0 for 4 opening day? Also, he fielded a ball he should run to first easily for the out. He throws to a pitcher who barely misses injury. Well, he was way off. Rick, that play I know you're talking about when Rodon fell, he was shifted to the right a little bit. There's no way he could have ran that down. I forgot who was. I think it was Sal Frelick. That was the one that hit that little ground ball. I don't think he could have got him, personally. But when they show the replay, that was a tough play for Goldie to make. And, I mean, shout out to Rodon for covering first, but thank God he didn't get hurt. Wrecked with Grisham in the show. Nice. Yeah, he's an amazing fielder, man. Grisham is going to hit a bomb today, says Ken. Yeah, Scott, the game. I was watching the game for a little bit, Scott. I saw the walk-off, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, the Tigers were up 5-3 at the bottom of the 10th, and they just blew it. I saw Glaber hit a home run last night, too. So let me see if they the Brewers have brought their or submitted their lineup yet. So let's see. Looks like they have. So let me just share this screen real quick. There we go. So the lineup for the Brewers is Jackson Chourio, which we struck out 5 times in game 1. Christian Yelich, William Contreras, Rhys Hoskins, Sal Frelick, Joey Ortiz, Mitchell Capra, and it's the same lineup. So they're rolling out the same exact lineup opening day, which is interesting. So, I mean, I guess we're going, that's their lefty lineup, I would assume. So the same exact lineup for the Brewers. I don't think we're going to destroy Chourio today like we did in game 1. I do think he might get a hit today. Capra was the guy who went yard against us in game 1. Bryce Terang hit that sac fly. And shout out to Devin Williams, man. I know it was a high-pressure moment for Devin Williams, and he got it done. He got it done, man. So shout out to him. I know it was not the sexiest way to do it, but, man, showed some guts for real. Mark says Rafael Devers is striking out on purpose. I think he wants to be traded to the Yankees. Devers, he started 0-8 with 6 strikeouts, or I think 0-8 with 7 strikeouts now or something. He's been struggling badly, man. He's never going to get traded to the Yankees, though. What did he say, Scott? I didn't see what he said about Devers being the DH. The fact that the Dodgers, I don't care about the Dodgers. Boone just needs to stick with the lineup, stop changing it. Game 1 was lefty-righty, so they don't need to move people around in a lineup. Leave them where they are if it's working. Well, like I said, man, what's up, beautiful world? Good to see you, man. Like I said, though, it's game 2, bro. It's game 2. If it doesn't work, then they won't go back to it, right? But I understand where you're coming from, Cadzilla. You want consistency, and that's understandable, you know? But this is the time where you move things around, and they're obviously not set on who's going to be leading off against righties. Oh, I'm sorry, against lefties. They're obviously not set. Maybe they move Volpe back up there. Who knows? Maybe they put Dominguez up there. I don't think that's going to be their plan, but they want Wells leading off against righties. They think that gives them the best chance to win, and they don't think that when we're going against lefties. So we'll just let it play out, man. Let it play out. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And then they'll pivot and change things up. Yeah. Esser says spring training tests players. The opening of the season tests schemes. It takes time. It's a long season. This is the time to do it. That's why I think this is the time to do it, man. But if it falls flat on their face, then they have plenty of time to make another decision. But yeah, man. I mean, Cora said that while Devers may not be happy, it is best for the Red Sox. I mean, it is, Scott. And that's coming from a Yankee fan. Devers cannot play deep. Like, he's not a good defensive third baseman. That boosts their infield defense up if he's DHing instead of playing third. I mean, that infield defense was one of the worst in baseball last year. Marvin says if you're stressing game 2, you're going to be dead by 162. Yeah, it's for real. Yeah. Jack says Goldie's going to go 3 for 4 today, 3 RBI. I'm calling it. Okay, Steve. Jack? What if that happens? Are those people that's bashing the lineup going to come back and say I was wrong? Because sometimes it's soothing to admit that you're wrong. I do it all the time. I'm not scared to be wrong. There's no one in this world that's always right, except for Rusty Shackelford being so cool. What's up, dude? Why did the Yankees have the day off? I don't know, man. I mean, it was annoying, honestly. I was sitting there watching baseball games, and I'm like, why is my team not playing today, man? Come on. Marvin, I know. Some people do. I agree with Cora. Devers should be a DH. He cost the Red Sox too many games last game. About to go for a walk. There you go, man. It's a nice morning out, too, bro. I'm getting my coffee in, which cheers, by the way. Get my nice... See, the thing about me is I make a big cup of coffee. I just have one, but it's a big cup. Aaron's in the chat says Goldie starts versus lefties are good. Or I'm sorry, Goldie stats against lefties are good. I figured this was a plan. Yeah, Aaron, like I brought it up earlier. Goldie hit 295 against lefties last year. Right? He had 849 OPS, something like that. 839 OPS against lefties. So like I said, if it fails, and they'll pivot, but imagine Wells get on base all 4 times and Goldie struggles leading off. Yeah, I mean, it's always what ifs. There's always what ifs in baseball. But that's why we watch. That's why we watch. We let it play out. Yeah, he's a great third baseman. I wanted Bregman for the Yankees, but they didn't want to spend the money and they went a different route. So hopefully we'll see George Lombard Jr. in the future. I don't think Cortez is that good against lefties because he doesn't have a weird arm angle. Let me see if I can look up a stat and see what he did against left-handed batters. Let me see. So, hold on here. Cortez in 28 games, only 38.2 innings pitched against lefties. That's kind of weird. What? That's all he pitched against the lefties? Gave up 2 home runs, struck out 42. I mean, he didn't do terrible against lefties last year. It's a small sample size, but 2 home runs compared to the 22 against righties last year, and he walked 30 compared to the 9. It's a small sample size. I mean, the innings went from 38.2 to 134. So I will say this, last year in March, in only 1 game, Cortez gave up 4 earned runs, 7.20 ERA. So maybe they do it again. Maybe they make him pay. Who knows? William in the chat. Hey, yo, what's up, Yankee family? No talking out the Martian today. Had me fuming game 1. Give the kid a chance. Oh, yeah. Like I said, man, defensively, I know there wasn't a lot of action to left field, but he looked good out there, right? I know he went 0 for 4, but like you said, William, we all have to be patient with Dominguez. It's a long season. Let the rookie get his feet wet. I know he's already been up here before, but let him wake up a little bit, man. Good to see you, William. Aaron says, we just want statues on the base who won't run. We need people to just stay still so they can't walk Judge. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how, moving Judge back to third. It's going to be interesting to see. I like that. I like how they're not, locking him into the 2-hole. The analytics say, I know people hate that word, but that's what baseball is. What's up, Billo? You're up early. Billo. That's what baseball is now. It's analytic game. And the analytics say if you put your best hitter in the 2-hole, he gets about 20 extra at-bats per year. But I like him at the 3-hole. You know, and Bellinger, if Goldschmidt and Bellinger get on base, Judge can hit a 3-run blast and starts this game on a high note. And I'll give you my home run call at the end of the show because I want to hear your home run calls as well. Shout out to the 86 in the chat, man. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new hanging out. I'm calling the game at 12:45 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to tune into that, please do so. It's going to be a fun time. My guy Valhalla Sports Talk's in the building. What's going on, man? Says, hi, you guys and gals. Valhalla was on a high note last night with Mookie Betts walking off. God, man. Bill O says, twisted tea and breakfast burritos. Bill O, you are insane, dude. Bill O, I can't go as hard as I did for the opening day, bro. I'll tell you that much today. Thank you, William. I appreciate you being in here, man. Oh, my God. I just saw a yellow pig flying past the window. Bill O is awake. Dude, Bill O is awake. This is early for him. Maybe he didn't party too hard last year. Or last night, I should say. Being wrong humbles us, teaches us. Yeah, it's not even being humiliated. Like, it's being wrong, like you said, teaches us. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. If we were going to do analytics, we would just let Judge lead off. His leadoff numbers are literally historical. I know, well, we had to do that in 2023 because, or was it 2022 when, yeah, we had to do that in 2022 when he was chasing the record because they kept walking him. So, yeah, it's daylight. He's a vampire. Yeah, he took it easy. I understand that. There you go. Did you like my batting helmet last night? I did like your batting helmet, bro. It's like a nice matte blue. I like that. A little. You said it was a little tight on you, though, right? That was a fun game for you, It's a fun game. Of course, you guys win. You guys win all the time, but. Oh! My boy Scott with a $5 dono says Cody needs to be batting second. He will see lots of good pitches. I agree. I agree, Scott. Thank you so much, bro. Hold on. Let me bring up the confetti cannon. It's going to be loud. Be careful. There you go. Turn it down. Thank you so much, bro. Popping some confetti. All over the place. The first confetti cannon. What is it? Is it still morning? Yeah, this morning. Okay. I thought it was noon by now. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate your support, man. Thank you. Way too tight. What's up, Ben? Goldschmidt is going deep today. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Right now, 65% of you saying you're a fan of the freaking lineup. So, okay. That shocks me, but I like it. We do have some news real quick. I wanted to share this news. Before, the party starts and stuff today. Ian Hamilton did commence a rehab assignment with AAA. So, Ian Hamilton dealing with an illness on the IL, but he's already making his first rehab assignment. So, that's good news. I think Ian Hamilton should be back pretty early. Like, I don't see him being out too long. So, that's good news there. Also, a bit of news. I know a lot of Yankee fans are upset with Spencer Jones does not start in AAA. He's going to be in AA to start the season, which kind of shocked me, honestly. I understand the move. You want to see how Spencer Jones does against the AA talent, even though because he struck out 200 times in AA. So maybe start him for a month, maybe 2, and then call him up then. But it kind of shocked me a little bit. I thought he was going to start in AAA. Yeah, Valhalla, I think he will crush this year, man. I really do. And he's on a walk year, essentially. He can opt out and test free agency again. Ryan in the chat says, should be Bellinger, Judge, Wells, Goldie, Jazz, and Dom. Well, Dom Smith is not on the Yankees anymore, Ryan. Dom Smith opted out. So, I mean, Bellinger, Judge, Wells, Goldie. I don't mind that, though. I don't mind that. Thank you, Scott. I'm just happy they're not sitting Dominguez against a lefty on the second game, despite what the computers say. Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's see. Let's bring up Dominguez real quick. Bring him on screen here. And if there's any Brewers fans in the chat, like, let me know, because this is open for everybody, man. You know? Let's see. 20. Let's bring up his stats are so small, but last year in 23 plate appearances, only hit 111 against the lefties. In 2023, 7 plate appearances, 143 batting average. So, I mean, those are small sample sizes right there. But I'm glad that they're leaving him in there. Oh, Dominguez. My bad. Okay, Dominguez. Okay. I don't mind that at all, though, what you said. I don't mind that lineup. I didn't vote. You didn't put. I'm confused. Joseph in the chat, can't stick around as I'm heading to a benefit for my cousin today. Okay, Joseph. Well, thanks for popping in, bro. You have a good day, man. Hold on, I missed somebody popping in here. I apologize. Where are they at? Where are they at? Miss Khadijah, there she is. Do you think the Twins would accept this? Yankees receive Royce Lewis. Twins receive lefty Henry Lalane, righty Cam Schlittler, and infield Oswald Peraza. That would kind of scare me a little bit, Khadijah. I mean, Royce Lewis, he has great talent, but he's always injured. That's the problem with Royce Lewis. I don't think they would even trade him away, honestly, Khadijah. But, I mean, getting Henry Lalane and Cam Schlittler with Peraza wouldn't be a bad package in return. But I don't think the Twins would do that. Thanks for popping in. Sorry for missing that comment. I'm going to watch the game on Yes, so I'll not be able to watch the play-by-play. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. I understand that. What up, Dirty Jesus? I didn't watch much spring. Does Reyes have the chance to take over at third? Where does this leave us with Peraza? His trade value must be near nil. Reyes had a strong spring. He hit just below 300. He did make the team. Peraza made the team as well. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see when DJ LeMahieu, if he ever comes back, that is. Because if DJ LeMahieu comes back, then one of those guys are gone. They're gonna I mean, and both guys are out of options. So Reyes and Peraza, they both could, one of the two most likely will be off this team. When DJ comes back off IL, which honestly at this point I hope he doesn't. But it's interesting to see what is going to happen with Peraza. He did not have a good spring. Peraza hit like 160. Did not really take advantage. He played the most games in spring as well. So I don't think Reyes is going to take over third base. I think that's Cabrera's to lose. But one thing about Cabrera is he can't hit lefties. Like if you look at his stats from last year against, like, that's what's been hindering Cabrera as a professional ball player, is his stats against lefties. He hit 190 last year in 84 plate appearances with a 470 OPS. Against righties, he had a 729 OPS with a 268 batting average. Let's go to 2023. He hit 200 against lefties with a 597 OPS. 2022, small sample size, but in 2022, he hit 286 in 33 plate appearances against lefties. So that's why Cabrera's not in this lineup today. What up, Pito? My guys in the building. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go. Good to see you, bro. You ready to party? You ready to go crazy again? Thank you, Kazilla. I'll be watching both. Game on TV, your stream on my phone. Let's go, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, Ryan says do both. Watch Yes and mute your TV. Listen to on the play-by-play. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, man. I like Volpe, and I like him at the 9 spot to turn around the lineup. Yeah, like I was talking about Volpe in the first game because they had him at the 7 hole. They have him in the 5 hole today, which is a little weird, but let's see how he does. Last year, if you look at it, when he hit in the 5 hole, he hit 192. So here, I'll bring it up on the screen here so you guys can read it with me. But this is Volpe's splits right here. So if you're looking at, this is last year's stats. He hit 192 in the 5-hole, only 26 plate appearances, so small sample size. Hitting 7th, which he did in game 1. He hit 252 last year with a 714 OPS. Hitting in the 9-hole, only a small sample size, 34 plate appearances. He hit 250 with a 763 OPS. He had 2 home runs. 2 home runs in a small sample size. So, I mean, I don't mind it either. You got some speed to turn over the lineup. So I mean, I'm shocked that he's batting 5th today. I am. I think this is where he should be batting is 7, 8, or 9, personally. Let's see. Last year against lefties, he hit 246 with a 659 OPS. But hey, he already went oppo on us, right? Volpe's already went oppo. So that's good news. Yeah, 5 is weird. 5 is weird. What's up, Big Jamie Games? I'm really excited to see Anthony Volpe and Austin Wells this year. I am too. And both of those guys did phenomenal in game 1. Without their production in game 1, we might have lost that game. I mean, to be frank. Even though Rodon looked very good, half the runs came from Volpe and Wells. If you were to change anything for the New York Yankees lineup today, what would you change? I would probably change Volpe and move him down a little bit. Maybe move Jazz up. Or not Jazz, but here, let me bring it up real quick. I'd move Wells up a little bit. I know it's lefty. You got Jazz as a lefty, and then I would still put Wells at the 5-hole. And maybe put Dominguez in the 6-hole. I'd probably put Volpe batting 7th. Wells batting 5th, and Dominguez batting 6th. That's what I would change. Because Dominguez looks kind of... he's batting 8th today. I'm not saying the lineup's bad, but if you ask me what I would change, that's probably what I would do. What's up, William? Scott in the chat. Hey, Max. So Cabrera said in an interview that he changed his right side approach and his hit yesterday was from the right. You talking about for opening day? If that's, like I said, if he changed his approach and his mechanics and he can start hitting from the right side of the plate, Cabrera is going to be an everyday player in this league. He's going to be an everyday player. So, Scott, I hope he keeps it up, man. I really do. Joe in the chat says, Volpe at 9, too low. If we think he can get on or get any better, Volpe at 5 through 7 is significant. Yeah, Joe, I like him in the 7-hole personally. I like him where they had him in the opening day. I mean, he went yard too. So, what up, Andrew? Good morning to you, buddy. The correct answer is you can't change it, so it is what it is. I know, but hypothetically speaking, if I had any pull, I would do that, but I don't. How you feeling about facing Nestor today? It's going to be very weird to face him. But we do have the ultimate scouting report on him, right? So I do think we have some offense today. I think it's going to be a rough outing for Cortez. Like I said, I'm not rooting for him today. Or again, if he plays us anymore, I'm not rooting for him, but I'm still rooting for him as a player this year. Like, there's no hard feelings with Cortez. I mean, the guy wanted to be a Yankee. It was just time for them to move on. It is what it is, man. It's a tough business. What up, Matthew? What do you think our team record is going to be at the end of the year? Before the season begun, I said 93 wins. I say 92, 93 wins. I do think we're going to make the postseason. Jeff Passan's already saying that we're going to miss the playoffs again. Remember, Jeff Passan said that last year we went to the World Series. We lost, but we went to the World Series. So Jeff Passan already saying that he doesn't think the Yankees are going to make it to the postseason once again. So, but I think that we will. I think this team is still good enough to win, even without Cole. I mean, we still have an ace, Max Fried. That's what made this lineup or this rotation so dangerous. Max Fried is an ace, but he was our 2 to Cole. So Max Fried, he can still hold this rotation. He can anchor this rotation down. And we get Hill back around June. That gives him 3 months to, get back into the swing of things before the postseason. And then Clark Schmidt's back 2 weeks, maybe. All he's doing is ramping up. He's not dealing with an injury. He's just got to get ramped back up. So this rotation is going to be better, man. And this team is going to be good enough to make the postseason. That's winning the AL East is going to be tough. I mean, the Red Sox are going to be a good team. They are. Orioles got banged up yesterday. They lost to the Blue Jays 8-2. The Rays won. They walked off against the Rockies. I like Jeff Passan, Theo. He's not a clown, but Jeff Passan just does not believe in the Yankees, man. This is the second year in a row. It's why I always say don't stress what you cannot control. Yeah, I understand that. What's today's lineup? Yeah, I'll bring it up again. And I got some updates that's coming through from Brian Hoke, so I'll share it on the screen as well. Goldschmidt leading off, Bellinger at the 2-hole, Aaron Judge batting third, Jazz cleaning up, Anthony Volpe hitting fifth, Wells hitting sixth, Pablo Reyes 7-hole, Jason Dominguez 8th, and Trent Grisham is batting 9th. So that is the lineup today, William. That is your lineup. All right, let's bring up some updates here. We got a Stanton update. I don't know if it's anything like super crazy, but Giancarlo Stanton has resumed hitting indoors following his PRP treatments. Aaron Boone said that it's quote unquote, it's been a good couple of weeks. That's good news. I know it's not crazy news, but that's good news that he's feeling better. It seems like, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not in sports medicine. I'm just going off of my opinion, my guess. It seems like surgery will not be on the table for Stanton. If he's feeling better after the third round of the PRP and treatments, and he's starting to swing, that's good news, man. So I do think Stanton will miss time, maybe 2 months. But who knows? Maybe we get Stanton back around June as well and boost this lineup even more. Andrew says, please give us Cody Bellinger. You miss him? No, he's ours. Don't you dare try to take him back. Yeah. Graham says, I watched the Rays game. The Rockies, they were lucky. The Rockies shut them down until they changed the pitcher. So Rick's going with Judge for his home run call. Graham says PRP injections are bloody painful, like bring tears to the eyes painful. I would assume, I mean, doesn't PRP injections, they take the blood and they spin it? That's what they do? Martian goes deep, says Will. Okay. I'm going to give you my home run call at the end of the show. What time is it? All right, we got about an hour. Stanton doesn't do rehab stints, so he could be back quick. I mean, we'll see. I would definitely make him do some rehab stints, though, for real. I know he doesn't want to, but I would make him because that's an injury where you should be getting some reps in before you come back into the big leagues. Keep Big G on ice for a couple of months. We're going to need him in August, September, and October. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no rushing Stanton back at all. There's no rushing Stanton back at all. So my home run call today, guys, we're going to be wrapping up the pregame show, so thank you so much for joining me. My home run call. I took Bellinger in game 1. Did not happen, of course. I'm going to go with... Ronald with a $20 dono. Thank you so much, man. It says Boone altering the lineup messes up the rhythm of the hitters. Goldie is not a leadoff hitter. Wells has been on fire all spring training. Why take out Ben Rice, whose exit velo has been out of the world, and sub him with Trent Grisham? Ronald, thank you so much for the $20 dono, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. It's the analytics of the game, Ronald. That's why. It's the analytics of the game. We're going against a lefty. They already toyed with Goldie leading off in spring training against left-handed pitching. Wells has been on fire. I think Wells should be higher in this lineup. I don't care if he's a lefty, righty. He's been, like you said, he's been on fire. So I would make Wells either your cleanup hitter or your 5-hole hitter. So I mean, I agree with you there. And then Ben Rice, they already said that they're gonna platoon Ben Rice at DH with lefty and righties. So it's the analytics, Ronald. That's the short answer for you. But thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Oh, we got Miss Sydney in the chat. Yeah. Thank you so much for popping in here. You are the woman. What up, NYG Frank? Hey, Max. Hey, everyone in the chat. First Saturday game of the new season. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I appreciate you, dude. Hey, I'll be calling the game at 12:45 p.m., so about an hour from now. So thank you so much, bro. It means the world to me, man. Oh, Roma's saying, are we getting a Nerfy today? I say yeah. I say yes on the Nerfy. Cortez and Fried, I say they both make it out the first inning without a run. But my home run call, I said Bellinger was going to go yard game 1. I was not correct. Game 2, and I'll bring up the lineup one last time before we head out of here. Game 2, I think the Martian goes yard today. I'm calling Jason Dominguez home run. The Martian will land. I'm gonna say right center field. We're gonna see a UFO spotting in right center field. That's my call. And I will be putting like a small little $3 parlay in. I'll be doing that before we start the game. I'll be doing that live in the play-by-play stream. So if you guys want to tail, go ahead. It's not going to be crazy. It's going to be a little, I always like to do a little crazy parlay, but it's only $3. So. Oh, wow, Graham. Graham, are you kidding? I have not been doing that. Wow, Graham. You're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in the doghouse. What positions do you think Judge plays this year? He's probably going to be playing right field. That's it, Cadiza. There's no reason for him to play center unless there's injuries. So I think Judge should be staying in right field today. Let's get a final score prediction, and then I'm going to head out, guys. Final score prediction, Joe Curry saying Yankees 11-5. I'm going to go with, hold on, let me see the over-under real quick. I think the over-under was 7.5 in game 1. And that they under hit on that. So I was shocked the under hit. But let's see here. Over under today is 8.5. Ooh. So they think we're gonna see some action here. Yankees are favorites. They're minus 165 on the money line. 1.5 is your spread. And fun fact, Yelich and Rhys Hoskins are the only 2 players that has gone against Max Fried in their careers. Both of them are hitting. Well, Yelich hit 211, 4 out of 19. Rhys Hoskins, 6 for 32, 188 batting average. That's the only 2 Brewers who's faced Max Fried. And then, of course, the Yankees, the only 2 hitters that's faced Cortez has been Goldschmidt and Bellinger. Bellinger's 0 for 2 with a strikeout versus Nestor. And then Paul Goldschmidt's 1 for 4 with a strikeout. But Ryan's saying 9-5. Okay. Action VJ says 5-2 New York Yankees. Yeah, why is Pablo Reyes in there? They want to see how he does on third. I mean, they don't trust Cabrera, I guess, hitting against lefties yet, so we'll see why. Graham saying 6-3 Yankees. Marvin saying 6-5 Yankees. Brewers will fight back. My home run call is going to be Dominguez, and my final score is going to be 7 Yankees 7, Brewers 5. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game today. I think a lot of the runs will... Fried won't give up a lot of the runs. I think the bullpen might give up some runs today. But I got 7-5 New York Yankees. That should be a fun game, right? That should be a fun game. The Yankees win the series, and they're going for the sweep tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah, Rick says, I don't see Max Fried giving up 5 runs. I don't either. I think maybe 2, like you said, Rick, and then maybe the bullpen gives up 3. We'll see, though. Dang, Bill O says 15-2. Yankees and Bill is hammered by noon. Bro, if they score 15 runs, man, you're in it for a long night, man. Or a long day, I should say. Oh, my God. Ronald's saying 6-3 Yankees, and then the Martian will hit a home run. Okay, so me and Ronald are on the same path. Okay, let's go. Egyptian saying 7-2 Yankees. Let's make it a first place all season kind of year. Let's hope so, FJR. FJR, you look like Michael K in this picture. Has anyone told you that? You look like Michael K in this picture, bro. But let's hope so. Let's hope we get a freaking first place the whole way. Dirty Jesus says 7-3 Yankees. Cadiza says 7-4 Yankees. So a lot of overs. 8.5 is your over under. So a lot of you guys think the over will hit and the Yankees will win. Freed isn't bulletproof. Plus, it's his first start. 5 runs is possible. Marvin, I hope he doesn't give up 5 runs, but like Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible. So I hope that's not the case, though. Who's pitching for the Brewers? Nestor Cortez. Nestor Cortez is pitching for the Brewers. All right, guys, I'm heading out. I got to get ready for this next stream. Love you all so much. Thank you for joining me. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much to Scott with a $5 dono and Ronald with a $20 dono. You guys are incredible, man. I'm live in 45 minutes. We're going to be calling the game, so make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe if you are new on the way out. Thank you guys for joining me. It's always love, peace, sugar, and grease on Max Coverage TV. Thanks for joining me for the second pregame coverage here on Max Coverage TV. I'm out here. See you soon. Peace, and always, go Yankees. You're going down, Cortez. You're going down.